Welcome back, guys. So in this video we are going to understand what is the concept of association and relationship. So here I have written in context of Qlik Sense, but in general also it works the exact same. So let's say you have a certain table which is being connected to another table via some key. So in this example, as you can see, I have an example for a country. As you can see, this country is associated with the country in your customer, and this same country is also associated with the country in your member, and the customer ID is associated to customer ID in the transaction table. So this will help. Let's say we select one particular year, one particular month, and let's say one particular day. Based on this combination, we will have the list of the customer IDs, and when these customer IDs are filtered, automatically the customer ID in the customer table the customer ID available in the customer table will automatically get filtered. Based on this, the country which actually got filtered will filter the table of country and members. So this is how association works. Now let's understand by going into the Excel. Over here, I will create a table called as table 1. And another table called as table 2. This table 1 has 2 columns and this table has 3 columns. So let's say the column has ID and another column called as product name. In table 2 I have product ID, customer ID, sale date, sale price and sale quantity. I will add this product ID here and I will add some random customer IDs here. Let's add a random date. Let's say one single day will work. Some sales price. Let's say I will add a random quantity and let's say a sales price. So I will add the sales price is to be 200 by 1 and I will just copy the same thing. Now I have the sales price here. As you can see in this particular data what I have created, I have a product ID. Now this product ID is to be linked with the ID here. The simple thing that we can do is rename this product ID, rename this column to product ID, and now we have an association using the product ID. So when this, let's say this particular column is selected, okay, now this particular product will also be filtered with it. So this is one-to-one relationship, okay. And let's say if there are multiple, if this particular product is repeated and okay, if this particular product is repeated and there is over here, I will say if let's say product 3 is selected, then the product 3 will be filtered over here. So this will have one-to-many relationship. So one relation will be in table 1 and many relation from the table 2. This is how the basic relationship works. So into our example, let's say I complicate some things here. So when I insert, let's say one more column over here, let's say product description, okay, and some junk value here, and this particular column is actually present in the another table also. At this point of time, there will be two columns which are directly associated with another table. So let's look at another option, another way of doing stuff here. There is a data relation also. So to elaborate that issue, I have one column which is associated multiple times. Okay, so in this example, as you can see, branch manager and sales has two columns connecting to each other. So in the internal view of Qlik, you will see a sync table over there, which is absolutely not recommended by Qlik, because this creates a lot of issues. So you need to make a call while designing your data model that particular field, is that necessary to add or it is not. So in our use case, the product description available in the product table is important to us, but the product description available in the sale table isn't important. So over there we can just remove that column there, and we will have a proper connection of the product IDs from table to table. So this is one of the solutions. The second solution will be to rename one of the fields from either of the tables. This will also get rid of it, but you need to make a call and you need to understand that what is the relevant data inside those particular columns. Over here in my example, I can just get rid of this particular column here, which is in red, and I will have one-to-one relationship, and I will not have a sync table there. Another option to solve the sync table is to create composite key. So what is a composite key? So let's say in here, in this particular example, I will create a composite key for product ID and customer. Okay, composite key will be, let's say, 1, having a separator, let's say pipe, and the customer ID. This is the composite key. So to make this in format, I will say key, and I will just write a formula here for now, and now I have a composite key over here. So this composite key will come in handy while I have let's say a data related to a product ID, or a sensible key will be related to your third table, which is to be added. So let's say over here I can add the sale date. As you can see, the sale date is automatically converted to number, and this is the exact format that you need to use while creating your dashboards. So you need to convert your date into num, then add concatenation and your customer ID. So this is a perfect combination of it. So this will help you understand, and the key will work absolutely great. So if we have another table here, let's say table 3, and significance of this table 3 is let's say I have a column called key where I have these data there, okay, and a data point saying that returned. Okay, so now as you can see, using this key I can actually connect my two columns, key and key, by one-to-one, and I can filter. If I filter, let's say 3, so that particular data point of yes will be available for me to use. So this will also filter it. So if the key isn't present, then it will have a synthetic key, and that synthetic key will create a problem for us in coming future. So we need to get rid of the synthetic key and try to create a data model which is optimized.